Tal'Darim.
Smart man, it's a good map for a Zerg.
Doesn't matter to me. They're asking me if it's okay. It doesn't matter
I
to
can
me.
see. I was gonna say, it's game. Okay. I mean, you can pick whatever map you guys want. Make sure you hang on, because right now MvL is set to random.
There you go.
Got to keep an eye on that. I've made that mistake and gone in and been like, what do I do with Protoss? I don't know what I'm doing.
By the way, you and Good Mood had some good chemistry, I thought, on the cast. That was some good good casting, by the way.
Thank you. Considering that's the first really public cast that I've done outside of, just tournaments with friends and stuff.
Yeah, no, that was great. Tal'Darim Altar, big map, huge map.
Great Zerg map because you get an easy third.
Yep.
You can macro up real well, especially right now. They got cross positions.
Yep, and this is the GSL map, which means there's no rocks in the third.
No, there's rocks there.
There's
I think
rocks
grab
there,
the
yeah.
This is the MLG one.
Oh. There is rocks there, huh? I wonder if I have the wrong map bookmarked then. I have to change that. Because there is a GSL version where there's no rocks at all in any expansion.
I like the rocks, though, from the MLG version. Because, you know what? It just means you gotta actually pay attention. If you're gonna... You gotta actually commit to going for your third. By sending units over there to clear that out.
Yep. Anyways, in the lower right, southern position, we have the red Terran, bmTerran. And in the upper northern position, we have the Zerg, MvL. Casted by To Live and Die and Puff.
Interesting. Overlord on 11.
Wow.
Or sorry, on 10? Yeah, Overlord on 10. Okay.
Yep.
It's funny, there's so many people who have analyzed openings for Zerg and Terran and when to drop a supply, when to Overlord, stuff like that. And it honestly, in the first few seconds, it all seems the same. It really doesn't seem to make that much of a difference.
Yeah. Yep. It's amazing, too, the timings. If you change your timing just a little bit, at first it might not matter, but it's just a little bit of timing later on in the game just means so much,
Oh, yeah. I like how we went hatch first.
He went hatch first, yep.
14 hatch, 14 pool. On this map, great idea, because it's a huge, huge map.
Yep.
And I like that he's pretty much going to scout both the bottom left and the upper right at the same time because of that Overlord.
Yep.
So he's going to know where his opponent is.
The scout for the Terran did not go across the map, so he's going to scout the Zerg.
Well,
he's going
they're actually going to end up scouting about the same time.
Yep.
Because that drone kind of stopped and went idle down at the bottom left for a minute.
Yep. There's the pool. The pool's almost done now, so we're going to see at least a little bit of wings.
He's already got a couple units on gas, which is good.
Yep.
He doesn't have a rally point from his hatch, though. And his Overlord just kind of chilling there.
We had a Rax. Now
Like double queen, though.
Sorry, we have a factory going down now for the Terran.
Nice. Maybe some mech play. Or he's just going for the quick Hellions again.
Might. But that drop was nice in Metalopolis because it's right there. I mean, it's close by here. You can just do that. Here, I'm not sure. The Zerg might be more prepared in this map.
Yeah, you're not really going to get a drop heavy, at least not this early on this map. Maybe later on you can do some drop harass, because to the right, always on Telegram Altar, from MvL's main to the right, there's that huge open grassy area that a lot of Zerg don't pay attention to. You know, right near what could be a third or a fourth. You can harass on that cliff really well. Reapers are great on this map, which no one really uses, because the third to the main has that lower cliff you can jump down and go up to with Reapers, which is really nice harassment.
There you go. Yep. Command center. Just going expansion.
I like quick expand.
Yep. And Hellions. You got a Hellion.
And MvL's droning heavy. I like this play.
Ooh, yeah.
He's already up to near 30 drones. He's at 29 drones right now.
Idra build.
Serious straight econ build. He needs to get some unit production going though.
How do you like these Zergs coming down here? Do you like these Zergs coming down here to poke in here? Do you like that play? I
actually do like that play, because you're kind of checking out, seeing what he's got. Okay, he's got some some there. He might have seen the Hellions. I'm not sure. I think his metabolic boost was a little late. He should have been able to have that already by the time he got down there, so he can scout a little quicker.
Yep.
And I also don't like him running all the way back. I would have left him out there a little bit, and actually maybe if I could have done it, hid them behind the mineral line of the natural and tried to run them in, because the wall's down. At least one of them, because then you get a full scout. And there's a tech lab. We're going to see... Okay. For a second I thought that was a starport next to the factory, but it's another barracks. If it was a starport next to the tech lab, I would have thought we'd seen Banshees.
Mm-hmm. He finished the tech lab on the factory, and he's getting tank. Okay, so he's going to go tanks.
Standard tank marine push. I'm liking it.
Yep.
And he's controlling the map with those Hellions.
Yep. Definitely, I mean, last game was nice by the Terran. This game, another nice opening. You know, another nice way to open against a cross position, huge map.
So, now this is where it gets interesting. He put the lair down, and he's still building lings.
Yep.
So, there's the Baneling nest.
Ooh, yep, Baneling nest.
But he's got no drones on his second gas in his main, and he's got well, right now the second gas in his natural's not even finished yet, but okay, he's got that. I like the fact that he's got 3 queens, 2 for injects, 1 for creep spread. It's well done. I love the miniature wall that he's almost got for the Terran, though. The extra supply depot with the full bunker. Tank support. I'm liking it. This seems like a good macro game.
Yep. More defensive for the Terran. Like, the Terran is really, has a really defensive stronghold here for anything that the Zerg can throw at him right now.
And I like the base scouting with the couple of lings. It's only 5 lings. It's not really that bad. And there's a spire that's almost done. Those mutas are... If he goes mutas, are going to harass so much because there's no turrets.
Yep.
There's no engineering bay.
Now, see, I play Terran. Now, as a Zerg, if you saw the barracks and the Marines and the Hellions, would you throw down a spire?
Yes.
Okay.
If I saw Hellions tanks... If I saw Hellions and tanks like I've seen so far in this game, if I'm scouting and that's what I've seen, I would most definitely go Spire.
Okay.
And get at least a few mutas out. I'd probably stick with the lings and go with the basic mutaling, baneling style that you see a lot of Zergs do. But those 7 mutas that quick, very nice. Very nice. he could actually pop out a few more if he had the larva.
Hidden base right side for the Zerg.
Interesting choice. And he's actually taken a third right at the 12 o'clock. I don't like that third.
Yeah, that
I don't like that.
If the Hellions wanted to poke in there, that would be found.
It's hard to defend. It's too far on the ground.
Yeah.
I think you should have waited on that one. I like the hidden base because that one's far enough away that he could just get free mining time off of that. Makes perfect sense.
Here comes the tank marine push.
That's a strong push, but there's no medevacs.
Where's the mutas? Are the mutas? Yeah, the mutas are out now. So this
mutas are out, and they're going for the harass. The Hellions saw them though.
Oh, Hellions saw him. Where's he going? Where's he going? He's going right down to the base. He's going to go into the main with his mutas right now.
Good. And that other push is just kind of hanging out right there.
Yep. So
those tanks and marines are just hanging out there. I don't know what.
All right. So what do the mutas want to get here? What's their goal?
Straight for the mineral line. Yep. I like the turrets. He went and just dropped 3 turrets real quick.
Wow. Oh.
And that's gonna just tear. Like he pick up a couple. Sure, he'll pick off maybe a few, but it's gonna cost him.
Yep. Meanwhile,
he's also got 3 turrets in the natural. He's defending very well.
Yep. And look, the tanks have sieged, so we're going to see a little push from the Terran.
And a proxy barracks up front, nicely placed.
Wow. Wow. Okay, so do the mutas run back?
Probably. Well, I don't know, because if you run back now, you're gonna hit all those marines. Now, actually, because of the placement of these 2 tanks on the bottom here, if the mutas swung around from the bottom, they could probably pick off at least this 1 tank. Actually, probably both of them now, because the marine ball is so far away.
How about vision from the racks? Isn't that nifty?
I like that, but with those marines there, the mutas really can't do anything.
This Terran knows how to play.
Yeah, even though he's supply blocked currently.
Oh.
He's building a couple supply depots though, so that's fine. I like the banelings morphing in, but they're gonna run into siege tanks, and that's never good. Although, decent marine micro. Wow, he actually held that push, that defense. The Terran player did. bmTerran, well done.
Very well done.
I'm impressed. I'm actually losing a little bit of my impression of MvL though, because he's got those 2 bases he made that are completely useless right now. He hasn't even built drones at them with their own larvae.
That's very interesting. Maybe I don't know about that. That is very interesting.
And look at this. There's just more marines and tanks just
streaming in. Right.
And as long as that tank is right there, and the barracks is there, I was gonna say he's got 2 orbitals, and both of them have tons of energy, so he can scan all day. Nicely done with the picking off of the tank, but still.
This is so funny. He says, okay, you just killed a barracks, I'm going to make another one. I'm going to get more vision.
And they're both sitting on tons of minerals right now.
Okay. Terran decides to pull back.
Macro up a little bit.
Yep. Probably take a third.
It's a huge mutaflock, though. I mean, there's 20 mutas there.
Is there? Ooh.
But they have no upgrades. It's the one problem I see with a lot of players. They don't keep up with their upgrades, and you got to keep up with the upgrades.
The Terran still has the 2 Zelnaga towers, so he knows exactly what the Zerg is doing as far as like any push out is going.
And that's not going to cost. I mean, there's 1 marine each, so it's not like it's going to cost him a lot to lose those. He sees this huge muta push. Although with that many mutas, he could tear through these missile turrets pretty quick. Oh! That's what, 6 barracks being built at the same time? Holy crap, I did not see that. 6,
wow.
A starport and a 3rd command center. Well,
so you know,
done.
Well, you know,
bmTerran.
Well, you know what this is? This is, he sees he has all these minerals. Now he has to find a way to spend them. So he's going to build all these barracks and create as many Marines as he can just to spend these minerals.
Why not? I mean, I would love to see MvL go banelings and kind of burrow them in choke points with some baneling landmines, but I don't see it because he doesn't have burrow right now. He doesn't even have enough lings out. He's got tons of larvae, and finally, by the way, one of the bases is producing. The other one has a queen sitting there. The one at 12 o'clock has a queen, but that's it.
At least he's mining a little bit from the hidden base. And you know what? Has the Terran seen that base yet? No, he has not.
If bmTerran was just paying attention enough, those 3 mutas that he was attacking that flew across from right to left, if he saw where they were coming from, he's going to want to scout out where that is and say, hey, is there a base there?
Yep.
And is this Zelnaga tower going to give him enough vision? Oh, no, wait, that one Terran's going to go... See, that one Marine's scouting right over to that hit base.
There he goes.
And he's going to know it's there.
Wow. That is actually the expansion base of that upper right main base that he took.
And he's taking his whole flock of mutas over there to kill that
Marine. Meanwhile, in the Terran base,
he should go. Oh,
we have
if he was to hit his 3rd, he'd do so much damage.
Watch out! The drop, the medevac is full with Marines, and it just passed the flock of mutas, and it's heading up toward that
lucky medevac.
It's heading toward that hidden base,
and it's going to wreck that base.
Yep. And meanwhile,
I realize the mutas are destroying this planetary fortress, but oh, look at them grouped up, and there's a Thor. Magic box, man, magic box. And there goes his whole flock.
Yep. Now here's the drop doing massive damage to that hidden base, so there goes...
And he's down to 7 mutas. Oh.
Man.
The Lings are going to clean up a little bit, but not much. He's going to lose that base. He did populate the 12 o'clock.
What's he sending over? He's sending over a bunch of Lings.
And they're just going to get picked up and fly away. Oh, well, maybe not.
Pick it up.
He wasn't paying attention.
Okay, he's going to lose all his Marines. Okay.
But still, I don't like his build. I don't like this Zerg's build at the moment. Against all these tanks and Thors and Marines, the Lings are not that great. I mean, sure, there's a lot of them, but...
Yeah, let's see, the supplies are at 152 to 86. Wow.
See, now I'm just confused, because he's getting the missile attack upgrade for ground units. I'm just confused. I don't see a Roach Warren or a Hydra Den. There's an infestation pit, which means he's probably going to go to Hive Tech soon. Ooh, double drop. Going to 12 o'clock.
Oh, I see it. I see it.
Those are 2 full medevacs.
Zerg's army is not in position. This is going to be...
He's nowhere near. It's going to do so much damage.
Ooh. He has no answer for this at all.
It's going to do so much damage. And that's his main mining base.
That's right.
This is a natural... Actually, someone almost mined out.
Where is mutas?
In his base, I think. Yeah. In his natural. There's only 7 of them. Man. Here come the Lings.
It's too late. He reacted way too slowly for this.
Yeah. He's gonna lose. He lost that base. Yes, he did take his actual natural third, finally, but he lost all those drones as well. Oh, BM Worker has killed 31 drones. He's got 54 SCVs to 23 harvesters. It's like bmTerran needs to push right now, and it's gonna end the game.
Yep.
Like.
Yeah, he has this massive, like, what do you call this? A Thor Marine tank.
It's like
army.
A mech Marine mix.
Yep. And look, he even has 2 Vikings.
Which is good for the AA. There's a third, and you know what? He can land the Vikings for the extra damage. The one thing I will give this MvL credit for is his creep spread's actually pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Considering he's taken that hidden base again. And there's still a Marine over here, which is going to kill that drone. Which now brings the drone's dead count to 32. Wow. Alright. And he's just sticking with this mass Ling Muta with +1 ranged attack for air, +1 carapace for ground. I'm still confused as to why he got the +1 ranged ground.
Don't know. I mean, it's not like he has roaches.
Like, if he hard swapped to roaches, that would actually work. Because he's got so much larva, a decent amount of gas and minerals. Just drop a roach warren, pump out a shitload of roaches.
10 more mutas. Infestors. 3 infestors. I don't know about that.
Yeah, you know what? If he can play those, if he knows how to use them, he could win this game with those 3 infestors. Let me see. There is 5 Thors. If he gets, which he's not, if he got Neural Parasite, then you know what? He could grab a couple of those Thors. That'd be huge. But he's not even getting pathogen glands, which means those.
Okay, watch this. Watch this crisscross. The mutas are coming down again, and then here's the push out for Terran, just like it happened before.
But he sees it because there was that SCV going to make a 4th.
Yep.
And he picked off the SCV, so he's coming back.
Okay, here comes the.
Oh, he should commit. If he committed to that engineering bay, he could have picked it off when it was upgrading. And he was upgrading +3 weapons for ground.
No,
I liked it. He took his natural 4th.
I'm a Terran player. So I like this play. I like the Thors and tanks and Marines. I like this.
It's a solid, just death ball.
Mm-hmm.
Like the tanks, the Vikings. This is a solid play. I like how he's scanning too, so he's going to pick off some creep tumors along the way.
Yep. Did he only get 3 infestors? Is there any more? Did I miss any more that he made? Oh,
nope. And he's building 48
lings.
Like, if he makes them all banelings, then that's... Which it looks like he's making a shitload of banelings, so...
Yep.
That actually could be pretty deadly. But the problem's going to be is the tanks are sieged. Which, actually, he could pick off a couple. With that many mutas that far up close, yeah, he could pick off a couple. He got the +2 air attack, which means they're going to do more damage. But that's a scary death ball for Terran. That's a scary death ball.
It's really scary when you're just sitting on the creep, you know, and the Zerg can't do nothing about it. It's like, you know.
Oh. There's 5 Thors in there, 8 tanks.
It's a max army, is what it is. I mean, we're looking at like the death ball of death balls right here.
And he's still sitting on banked 5,500 minerals and 3,200 gas. Yeah, you know what? Those banelings did a decent amount of damage, but not what they were worth.
Nope. And we now have a 60 supply difference, and this is not going to work either.
Get some fungals. Oh, get some fungals in there. He's just sending the infestors in to die.
Oh man.
At least land a fungal in there. I think he got all the Marines, though. He did get a bunch of the Marines.
He did. He's like about 5, 6 Marines left.
But still, it's 160 plus.
Yep.
Supply to 75. I mean, bmTerran could literally build nothing but Thors and tanks and finish this game. Heck, he could probably finish it with what he's got right now. Hell, you know what? Because he can, I would research the freaking 25mm strike cannons. Might as well. Because all these mutas are not going to do anything to that many Thors. Even when they're magic boxed. Interesting, he's actually going to go for a counterattack with a few Lings.
What does a Terran have back home? He has a couple tanks, he has some Marines.
He siege up. Oh, it's not going to matter. He's going to tear through those anyways. He lost 1 tank for all those Lings.
Oh, good game, MvL.
Wow, alright.
Solid army by the Terran. What can you tell me about the Zergs? I don't play Zergs, so I don't know the timings and everything. What did you see about that particular build?
Missed a couple of, it wasn't a bad build overall. One, he needed to keep up on his upgrades because he didn't have hardly any. He had +2 air at the end, but you have to keep things going constantly, keep your upgrades going. Also, you had to keep harassing a lot. If you had the Baneling nest, go for a Baneling bust up front. It doesn't cost you that much. So, you know, it's all possibilities.
He's good.